and welcome to Vegan Beauty Girl. My name is Nicole and today I'm going to be showing off a full face of MUA makeup. So for those of you who do not know about MUA, it's short for Makeup Academy. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced MUA. My best friend calls them like MUA, so let me know how you pronounce it. But yeah, if you don't know about MUA, then they are a completely cruelty-free makeup brand. They're sold in Superdrug, and as of November 2019 they have been 100% vegan, which is pretty incredible. They have an incredibly low price point. You can get a foundation for £5 and you can get a lipstick for £1.50, and I think this is why I like them so much. I think when it comes to ethical shopping, a lot of people assume that it's not affordable without really having a look. So if you want to shop cruelty free, if you want to shop vegan when it comes to your beauty products, you can go in Superdrug, you can head to the MUA store, and everything is going to be vegan and cruelty free, and that is really incredible. If you follow me closely on Instagram, you will know I'm actually quite a fan of MUA. I've done a few sponsored videos with them, particularly IGTV, but I've never really taken the time to talk to you guys a bit more in depth about them, like on a video like this. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to talk a bit more in depth about the products, talk about which ones are my favourites and maybe some of the ones that I haven't used as much, which ones are in my everyday makeup kit and which ones aren't, and I don't know, we're just gonna have a chat. But yeah, let's get started. So they are a makeup brand, but they do have a few like kind of skincare products, more on the priming side of things. Here are a couple of primers that they have. I must say that I did actually really enjoy the Banana Blur primer. This one is from their Pro Base range and it's really, really mattifying. It's just I found that the banana fragrance in it irritated my skin because I'm very sensitive to fragrance. But if your skin is not really sensitive to fragrance and you're looking for a really nice mattifying primer that keeps your makeup on your face all day, I would really, really recommend this, but it doesn't work for me. So they recently sent me this primer for a campaign I've just worked with them on, and I have really, really been enjoying this. You can see I've not used like all that much, but this one is their primer oil with tea tree oil, so it's quite good if you've got oily skin but you still want to prime your face. I find you don't need too much, but it's just a nice primer which hydrates your face, and tea tree clearly isn't irritating my face as much as the banana was. One of the reasons I really like that as a primer is because I am a big fan of this Pro Base foundation. This costs £5, but it is quite high coverage and it is quite mattifying, and I generally prefer a bit more of a dewy, natural look, low coverage foundation. However, when I pair it with a good like hydrating primer and use it sparingly, I find that it gives actually a really nice coverage, but you can build this up a lot if you like your coverage to be really matte and full coverage. It is actually just incredible, and so many people love this. I've recommended this foundation quite a few times. It's got a really good shade range as well, which is still quite hard to come by when it comes to foundations, frustratingly. So I'm really happy to have a foundation I can recommend which does have good shade ranges. But yeah, I'm just going to blend this out. I really avoid putting foundation on my nose these days, but I've got quite large pores on my nose. Just my nose would look fine, then I put foundation on it and suddenly you can see the foundation going in all the pores I've got on my nose, or going in all of the like dry flakes I have on my nose, and I was like, I just didn't realise I had them. So I've just stopped putting foundation on my nose because it just seems to highlight all my imperfections and I'm just over it. I find that I've got quite a spotty chin right now, so I might go a bit heavier down there. By the way, this is shade 140 that I'm using. You can kind of see here just how full coverage it can get. Do I wear this every day? I would say no. I actually try not to wear foundation too much. I just kind of like the look of my skin without it and instead just use a concealer. So no, I don't wear it every day, but if I am looking for a bit more fuller coverage, or if I'm like shooting a load of photos or something, I will put it on. But if I'm just heading to work and I'm not having a really bad skin day, I won't. I've also been using the Lush Foundation quite a bit, and I'll link a video where you can see that in action. They both kind of suit me at different shades, so it depends on how much I've been fake tanning lately, really. So that's kind of what sways me between two foundations. One of my other favourite products of theirs is their Pro Base Concealer. I usually just put this under my eyes. They have a lot of shades of this, and I go for a lighter concealer. I pretty much just use it in these places. Not much to say on this, it's just concealer. I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit and then I'm going to blend it out a bit, like actually blend it out in a minute. I really like this concealer, and this isn't something I've been doing a lot lately, but I just want to show you guys just so you know that you can do this. It's like a £2.50 concealer, and you can also get a shade darker and contour your face with it. I wonder if this is too dark. I am thinking last time I used this might have been in the summer where I was a bit more tanned than in January. I think I've done that one too high as well, but it's fine, we'll blend it. Like I say, it's £2.50, so it's really handy. Or you don't really need to go this dark. Normally it would be quite cool if you just had like your summer and your winter concealer, and then your summer concealer could just be your like winter contour, if that makes sense. I will say MUA have really lovely makeup brushes. I'm just not using them for every step of this because I don't have them all. They're all vegan as well. Like MUA is just 100% vegan, so yeah, makeup brushes, everything. Oh, it's not actually going too badly. Already I look just so much more sculpted. They also do bronzers, so you don't have to use the contours trick, but I actually find that is really easy to like paste it out. But they do bronzers as well, and this one is in the shade Solar, which is a lot better for like bronzing me at this time of year. So sadly I dropped this one on the floor yesterday, so it is a little bit cracked, and I think it's out in new packaging anyway now. But this glow one is incredible because it comes in like all these different colour wheel shades. So not only will I use it to bronze myself, not only is it good like all year round, you can also use it on your eyes. So I am actually a real big fan of this one, and I really recommend this. Not a mosaic one, and I used this in my sustainable makeup video recently because I know it's a cheap product, I know it's an affordable product, I know it's not necessarily the most environmentally friendly, obviously it's in plastic, but I think a multi-use product is just one of the best things you can do sustainably, and it's actually something that's achievable for a lot of us. So if you want to watch that video, I'll link it somewhere. Let's just sort out this concealer. It was my friend MJ, if you know her, she's a vegan makeup artist. It was MJ that really like told me that I needed to leave my concealer on my face a little while before blending it out because it really helps it like sink in and set. So thanks Em. So next up I will show you these like little cream blushes they have. I know a lot of brands are releasing their own cream blushes these days, but these are super affordable, they're vegan, they're cruelty free. I'm going to kind of show you how they work. I don't use these every day because I'm just not a fan of a cream blush. But a little goes a long way. That is a lot. I would normally not put nearly this much. I'd probably use like half of that, and that would even include what I do on my lips. But I do really love the way this stains my lips, and I use it mostly for that. It's kind of like the product that you keep in your pocket or in your bag just in case you ever feel like you need to touch up your makeup, because it does so much. You can put it on your lips and your eyes and your cheeks. So it is a really good multi-purpose product. And again, if I actually did use it on an everyday basis, it probably would have been in my sustainable video, because I do think a multi-purpose product, even if it comes in plastic, if an affordable multi-purpose product works for you and you use it every day, I think that's incredible and one of the most sustainable things you do. I feel like there's just too much focus on cutting out plastic when there are so many reasons people use plastic, and not enough is said about just using less products, using up all your products, and maybe like stop buying 3 for 2 when you don't need to. But yeah, that's my TED talk. Let's put on this. So this is the shade Watermelon. It's done such a nice job of staining my lips. I wouldn't say it is as long lasting as their lipsticks. I really love their lipsticks, but I think it does add a really lovely stain, and it is just a really nice natural look to use on the go. Got this left and I'm gonna do my cheeks, but this is a lot more vibrant than I'd normally go for, but I know a lot of people love these and find that they last really long. In the past I've kind of used this with my fingers and just blushed it out, and I found that I've just been really heavy-handed with it, so I'm gonna try using a brush today and see what difference that makes. Fuck, it just draws it on, doesn't it? Let's try and even get some product off that. Fuck me. I think it looks worse on the camera than it does in real life, just looking at this view. See what I mean about a little going a long way? Like, fuck this. This is way more blush than I'd normally wear. A lot more. Just in my mirror, it doesn't look that bad. I don't know why on here I just look like a clown. I've only just started wearing blush in like the last few months as well. Like beforehand, I wouldn't ever wear blush. So I'm still getting used to it. I often put like a little blot on my nose, especially since I've stopped wearing foundation on my nose. I find that if I put a little bit of blush on there, it kind of just looks really natural and lovely. Oh, do you know what? The blush isn't too bad. I'm a little bit over it now. I'm happy. Right? So I think you guys can see what it is about the blush that I don't really like. I'm still a bit nervous with blush. I don't like using too much, and I find that it's just so pigmented. It just terrifies me every time I use it. But it actually looks nice once it's died down a little bit. And as you can see, I've still got more on my hand. But normally I really will do the tiniest little blob, like the most minimum you could get out of there. And it is still just so much and so vibrant. So if you love your colours and your pigments, it's definitely for you. Okay, I am ready to talk highlight with you guys, and I think MUA have incredible highlighter products. This is stuff that I've used in like demos before, or has been used on me in demos before. I've collabed with MJ a lot, and she's used the MUA glow products on me when we did an MUA demo, and we put some on my legs as well. My legs looked incredible, like so good, but she doubled up with it. So we have these light Lustre drops. These give you such a lovely glow. I would say I prefer the powder to the drops, but I find that if you use both, then it's just beautiful. This is just so nice for glowing up your whole body. They do come in other shades. This is one of the darker shades. Yeah, it's just added a little bit of a glow. But if you really want to catch the light, we're going to go on to the powders. I'm just going to put a little bit there as well. This is the Magic Trio. I'd say I use them all, but mostly this one. And this is what really gives the glow. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough. I don't want to like smother myself in it, just because sometimes what looks good on the camera will then not look good in real life. But I'm just hanging out at home today, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. It's just such a lovely highlighter. You've got a lot of choices here. If you want a bit more of a pinky glow, and I sometimes will use this one up here, and then the bronzy one I'll use in the summer months. You can really see the pigment when you pick it up on your finger as well. I often get compliments at my work for my highlighter, and it's always MUA. I think we've got to move on to the eyes next, don't we? It's been like a month since the last time my eyebrows plucked. I'm really due a plucking or a threading. I have mine threaded, but I'm overdue it, so please don't like look too closely. Fuck me. Am I paying any attention? Sorry. And let's talk about the products as well. So I'm using this Brow Define pencil from MUA, and you can kind of see this gives you such a nice application. It's a twisty top, which I wouldn't say is the most sustainable option, but I never have a sharpener available, so at least I can use the product. I use this one every day. I don't do anything too fancy with my brows. I just really enjoy the look of just shaping them a little bit and colouring them in a little bit. And you can just already see like how much more lifted my face looks on this side compared to this side. I've just got a brow that my resting face is just very like the so I like to like try and arch it up as much as possible with a brow pencil. I do genuinely use this every day, and I just really love it. I think the pencil shape is really meant to help you do really accurate lines, but for me, I think I use it at the complete wrong angle and just like fill in my brows quicker with the blunt ends. So I'm not actually very good with eye makeup, so I typically keep mine very basic day in, day out, and this is where I'm using this mosaic here. And I'll normally go for the dark colours. I really love this eyeshadow brush of theirs. I get so mad when I can't find it. It is like the one eyeshadow brush I just adore. And I just find that it gives you just quite a sexy, easy, everyday eye when you just outline your eyes with these darker colours. And this again is a product I use every day. Can you kind of just see there's just something a bit alluring about this eye, but it doesn't really look like I'm wearing makeup. I find this a lot easier than faffing about with eyeliner, especially in the mornings or whenever I've got a time constraint, because I can't do eyeliner. I'm just so bad at it. I then have a fluffier brush, which I just use on the lighter colours of the ring, and I'll just like fluff out a little bit on my top lid. There we go, some very nice, easy, quick eyes. Oh, actually, no, I need to do mascara too. So this is another new product for me of theirs. I got this in their mystery bag on a campaign I was doing with them this month. I was actually really blown away by it. It really does just grow your lashes incredibly. I should have really curled my lashes before I did this because I never feel like you get the full effect of how great mascara is if I haven't curled my lashes. Yeah, you can see the big difference, right? Like, this mascara is incredible. I am a really big fan of it, but I haven't been using it very long, so I couldn't tell you how it lasts in the rain or after a really long day. My verdict is still brewing on this one, but like my first impressions have been really incredible. Like, literally just look at this. It's just really good. Yeah. This is pretty much my finished look, but I am gonna put some lipstick on top of this just so that you guys can see a bit more of their lipsticks. I don't feel like the tutorial will be complete without a bit more on their lip products. So they have a lot of lip pencils, and I am actually a big fan of these lip pencils. First time I used them, I don't think I'd let them like warmed up properly and I didn't like them. And then MJ used them on me on the demo and I was like, oh my god, these lip pencils are incredible, and now I love them. I'm converted. There we go, easy. I will say though that this is my favourite shade of theirs. Oh, I've got a fluff on it. This is their matte lipstick in the shade Mystic. That was a bit of a tongue twist. Yeah, and I just really love the shade that this gives. It's a really lovely flirty pink, which I think can work both every day and in the evening. I feel like it really matches the lips I've already got, so the impact is going to be kind of lost here, but I'd also say these are pretty long lasting. I wouldn't say they're the best I've ever had, but considering they're £1.50, I've definitely had lipsticks that are like around the £10–15 mark, which do not last as long as these. I have found that I think it's gotten a bit wobbly. Yeah, see, I did find it got a bit wobbly, but I just needed to kind of push it back down and it's staying put. So I would say the quality is just a little bit shaky, but take good care of them. And I have this in my pocket every day, so I'm clearly not taking good care of it. But this one is just like moving about a lot. I don't think it's doing too badly. Normally with my lipsticks, I smudge them out a little bit. But yeah, I just really love the shade, and I do wear it every day and I do wear it in the evenings, and I think I look quite cute in it. They also have this lovely fixing spray. The Pro Base range I think was launched like last year, and I'm just really a fan of it. It is where you find the primers, where you find the foundations and the setting powders. It's just really focusing on getting you that incredible base without spending a lot of money, and it's all vegan and cruelty free as well. And it smells cucumbery, which is very nice and refreshing. Yeah, this is my finished look. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please do like and subscribe if you have. I'm going to give you guys a bit more details on MUA and kind of like how they went vegan in the last year, just in case you're interested. But if you're just here for the makeup, then yeah, lovely chatting. What I thought was really interesting was just like this page about the top products that they struggled to turn vegan. So I first started talking to the brand last January, which is when they announced that they were planning on going 100% vegan. That's where I started using their products. I knew that every new launch of theirs was going to be vegan. It was really cool seeing them go on that journey and seeing which products took like the longest, and I'd say that the lipsticks took forever, which was really frustrating because I love a lipstick. For them, actually a lot of it was stuff with beeswax, so whether or not that was the lip gloss, the lipsticks, or the mascara, they just did not want to compromise on the quality when they went vegan. I think the thing is, I would have loved them to have gone vegan overnight, like regardless of the quality of the products. Like if you can just stop using the ingredients, then that would be great. However, like imagine if someone was a loyal fan of theirs and they saw that something got reformulated and it no longer worked, and they'd be like, oh shit, why is this? And then they find out, oh, they've reformulated everything to go vegan, and then suddenly all these consumers that are like, well, this isn't as good, would just think vegan beauty is shit and they won't buy any more vegan makeup. So I am really glad that they took the time to reformulate everything without compromising on the quality. I think that's just really important. I think now people can be like, oh, you can get a good mascara and a good lipstick without beeswax, and yeah. Oh, I feel really passionate about this, and I don't know, just a little bit silly. I am just a big fan of the brand, and I hope this doesn't feel sponsored. I've not been paid to have this conversation with you guys at all. I do work with MUA occasionally on paid campaigns because they're vegan and accessible and all the reasons I love them. But everything here, opinions are all my own. They don't know I'm making this, and I hope that next time you're in Superdrug and you're looking to try out a new vegan brand, I've shown you something that is affordable, accessible and good quality. And let me know below if I've missed out any of your favourite products of theirs as well, because yeah, I'm curious. I'm a curious girl. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. And until next time, bye!